The SMG-12 recoil is something we are all familiar with. Under the right hands, the monstrous recoil it comes with has its rewards in gunfights. These are the 4 pillars I recommend you master that helped me get used to the recoil to use it to my advantage to win more gunfights in Rainbow Six. I mean, who here is watching doesn't want free kills? Exactly, so listen up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would guarantee you'll be back in the future for another video anyways. And let's try to crush 400 likes on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's start with the first pillar that is the most important thing to learn than the other tips, which is recoil. Now this topic is mostly just about the recoil pattern and how aggressively you need to pull down. The recoil isn't as bad as you think. Let me show you the pattern here. All right, let's just go into this Athieno to show you guys a little bit more what I'm talking about having to pull down like the correct recoil. So like normal guns, right? It's just like it goes up, like you just pull down like directly down, right? You can still, you can still do directly down, but what I recommend you do, because look at the recoil, it goes top left a little bit. So instead of just mirroring it down, what if you mirror that also left? So here's me pulling straight down. Like look, I'm gonna pull it straight down. It's not that bad, right? But it still goes to the left a little bit. But if I were to pull down right a little bit more, that's a little bit more. But you see how it like doesn't really go to the far as much. I'm more on target. Obviously it's the SMG-12. I'm not supposed to be, you know, laser sharp at it, but it really helps when you're trying to like take tight angles, or maybe, you know, just keep on track, or it really helps out a lot. And this thing is just a machine. One thing I really recommend is taking burst shots as well. You guys will hear me talk about it later in the video, but when you take burst shots, you kind of reset the recoil. That way you're not dealing with, you know, one log mag of recoil where you have to like, because the SMG-12 is honestly, it has a really intense recoil. So unless you have a high sense, you're gonna need to have like intense moments of like intense bursts of recoil control. So like, you know, you can't just like effortlessly like, oh, you know, really depends on your sensitivity. But what I mean by though is that you need to actually give the right effort the SMG-12 needs, because it's not gonna just gonna control like, you know, if you're just, you know, lazily doing it. You need to actually like match its recoil, like give it what it needs, you know what I mean? So if you have a really low sense, then it looks like you're going to be controlling the recoil a lot heavier, right? But it really depends on like what you're so comfortable with. But you guys will see, like, I'm not just like, you know, every time I see someone, I have to flick and control the recoil at the same time. So it's aggressive recoil, but it really pays off. That's why the fire rate, the damage is just really good. All you need to do is just mirror the aggressive recoil it has. Adjust your sensitivity higher if you can't control it too much, or lower it if you're aiming down too much. Practice this in T-Hunt and keep your bullets all in one area, which leads to my next point, which is the range of gunfights you're taking it. In Siege, a headshot is one shot no matter the range. Lucky for us, the SMG-12 is all about high fire rate, but what matters is our confidence to land our shots. As an experienced SMG-12 player, the gun works at short and long range. It has similarities to the SMG-11 too. And if you want to learn how to control the SMG-11 recoil, which is similar to this video, check it out on my channel right now. But close range, you can still melt people due to the fire rate of this weapon. And long range, only 1 out of the 32 bullets need to land. But I recommend burst firing long range, that way you can reset the recoil pattern while also saving you some bullets for the next engagement. Players with good recoil control and choosing their gunfights wisely will be rewarded more than undisciplined players. Now that you kind of know the close and long range kind of gunfights with this weapon, it's all about your crosshair placement and your headshots. The thing about this weapon is that the recoil sometimes gives you that lucky headshot kill. Just make sure you're always aiming around head to chest level on doorways, because body shots can work, but the headshots will just make the gunfight easier for you. And also a bonus is that when you practice your crosshair placement and headshot percentage, those skills will carry on forever in your Siege career. Now crosshair is probably the easiest part of this topic, but now let's move on to the movement and your ammo count. With a larger mag than other secondary weapons like the Roni or the SMG-11, you have a bit more room for error, but that does not mean you shouldn't be reloading in cover or finishing your enemies quickly. Treat the SMG-12 almost like a primary weapon. With the aggressive recoil, this would teach you how to position yourself in better and be faster in your gunfights. Think about it like a shotgun. you kind of want to bait your teammates into the high fire rate, or you can use a peeker's advantage to get the jump on the enemy. Getting the jump on the enemy with a really aggressive recoil can make you win more confident gunfights. And not only this skill does carry on, because with any operator, you understand the pacing of your own playstyle. Think about it like shotguns versus LMGs and even versus the SMG-12. How long are you exposing yourself during the gunfight, and when are you kind of using the recoil to your advantage? This will also constantly make you think of how you can put yourself in the advantage of the situation, leading to you to winning more gunfights, winning more rounds, and winning more games. The important parts you should take away from this video is to be comfortable with the recoil. Whenever you swap to your secondary and you have the SMG-12, you know you're going to be controlling some aggressive recoil. At times, this could get you killed sometimes when you're trying to control the thing, but that's just how the recoil is. It's not as mandatory that you aim head level, because you can aim chest level with this thing and you can get some good headshots, since the damage and the fire rate can melt through people really fast. But obviously, with the SMG-12 stats and headshots, it can be pretty busted. Nobody is perfect, even pros struggle landing shots with the weapon too. That's why you should improve your crosshair placement every single day. So with that being said, having a higher ammo count, learn how to pre-fire when taking an aggressive gunfight. Try to land the first 10 bullets on the head or the body if you can, but just be ready to be back into cover or swap weapons if you can reload in time. The range of gunfights has more options to the SMG-12 because you're headshotting people most 70% of the time. The SMG-12 teaches recoil. The SMG-12 teaches recoil control, crosshair placement, movement, and game sense on when you should position yourself. It also adds confidence knowing that you can land your shots with this broken weapon. These fundamentals work towards your overall siege skill, which is why so many pros and high level players sometimes use it. But just like the SMG-12 is like any other weapon, it will reward those who can apply the right skills. You guys have been killing the support on the videos and subs lately. I greatly appreciate it. I'm telling you, by the end of summer, we're hitting that juicy 100k. Recoil is a key part of Siege, so let me know down in the comments below what weapon you guys struggled to do. So far, I've done the SMG-11 and now the SMG-12. I've heard Zophia's AR, Ace's AK, Twitch's F2. Let me know now in the comments below and I'll respond to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video did help you control the SMG-12 recoil a little bit more. Trust me, it is not that hard. All you gotta do is just play it. The best way to learn something is if you just try it in game, try NT hunt. Remember, match the aggressive recoil by just pulling down really hard, and it will help you a lot. I'd say it's one of my favorite weapons to use too. It's really fun to use, and I recommend that you give it a try. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you do like this weapon or not. Take care, guys, and I hope you have a good day.